Hey everybody, let's build up the audience right now. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday morning here. Getting ready for this Facebook Live. How's your 90-day run going? I hope it's going great. So we're just going to wait a minute or two and just let everybody start building up on the audience, all right? So see people joining already. It's good. Let's build it up. Let's share the Facebook Live. Down on the bottom portion of your screen here, you could press the share button. Share that with as many people as you can. Let people know we're on Facebook Live. It's Wednesday, my 90-day run. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see you guys. Good morning, everybody. Whether you're on your way to work, whether you're at work right now, whether you don't have to work and you're at home because of this wonderful business, I'm excited to share with you some good information today for this Facebook Live. Have some important content for you guys. So thank you guys for joining. Where are you guys joining in from? Put your city, your country, your state, wherever you're calling from around the world. Let people know where you're joining in from. Got my buddy Manny on the line here. I see Heather on there. Good morning. Thank you guys for joining in. Julie, good to see you. California in the house. Right, Ricky, what's up? Just spent some time with Ricky here in Southern California. He's from NorCal. Brand new team I got started. Has an incredible strategy in place. We're going to build something big, brother. Jennifer Henry's on here. Incredible. Chris Ebner, what's up from Vienna, Austria? Ricky representing the Bay, right? San Francisco. We got Andrea. We got Italy on the line. We got more people from Italy. Keeps growing and growing and growing. Good. I got some good content for you guys today. Thanks, Manny. We got Manny Soto in the house. If you guys ever need anything life insurance, he's a big player on my team as well. He's taking care of all my family's life insurance needs. He's an incredible guy with some incredible information. One of the top guys here in Southern California in his profession. So I appreciate everything you do for me and my family, Manny. We feel very safe with you as a friend and you taking care of that for us, man. He's also an incredible network marketer. I met him from the industry. It's been exciting to work with him over the last few years. Got Anto Regine. Congratulations on your success, Anto. She's all the way from Italy. What's up, Stacy, representing the Bay? Got Thomas Forstner in here from Germany. Right, Dublin, Ireland in the house. What's up, Patrick? Good to see you on here. We got India, Tarun from Chandigarh. I've been there before, buddy. I'll be going to India soon as well. Mexico. Cesar Lopez. All right, guys, so share this Facebook Live. Got some good content for you guys. Got people joining from all over the world. We got another big leader on here, Wences Navarro. Incredible guy. Met him through Manny. Incredible guy. So we got some good people on here. But hey, you guys, I want to talk to you guys. I want to take you guys back. I want to take you guys 10 years back. Me starting in network marketing, 26 years old, fresh to the industry. I was completely green, knew nothing about network marketing at all, but that's just like anybody who gets involved in any profession, right? When you're excited about something, when someone introduces you to a possibility of becoming successful, the possibility of getting started in something and creating something big, maybe possibly building a legacy for yourself and your family. Normally you're just getting involved for the pure excitement, for the pure opportunity someone handed you. You know nothing about it. You have to go through some training. You have to go through some learning. You got the training wheels on right now. You aren't ready to take them off just yet. You got to go out and fall a couple times in order to get back up and fail forward. Learn your way to success. And that's just like any business. So I already understood that, since I was a kid, 8 years old, working on the streets, washing cars, mowing lawns, then getting older and having 3 or 4 jobs, doing telemarketing, being a janitor, working at a gas station, changing oil, pumping gas, fixing flat tires, working as a host and a server in a restaurant, sorting mail at a mailing facility, all these different things. I had to learn how to do those jobs until I got better and eventually I got promoted. And I started to just get life experience and work experience, right? So I remember getting started in network marketing. I'd been successful before in my life, but that wasn't going to determine my success in this current business. But I just wanted it. I was hungry. I had this passion and hunger and drive about myself. And I just wanted what the people who were successful in this business wanted, like most of you who get involved in network marketing. You want the success that you see in the company, right? You want the success that you see in the leaders that are walking across the stage in network marketing. Regardless of what company you're in, what products and services you have to offer people, you see people in your business or in this industry are successful and you want to be just like them. That was just like me. So I had the hunger there, right? But I knew that if I wanted to be successful, I had to do what all the successful people were doing and more. I looked to the right of me and I looked to the left of me and I saw what the people were doing and I wanted to do more than what they were doing because I wanted to be the most successful person, right? And I didn't wait for all the answers. I didn't wait for all the instructions, I took the very most simple instructions that person gave me, my sponsor gave me that first night. I went and accomplished them and came back for some more instructions. He gave me some more. I went and accomplished those and came back until I finally figured, you know what? I want to do more than what he's asking of me. I want to do more than what's required of me. So what was the first thing? Why did I win my first year in network marketing? Why did, in the first 8 months of my career, I become one of the most successful people in my company, to hit the top rank in my company, in a multi-million-dollar network marketing company? Well, for one, I was self-educated. You know, like I told you already, I didn't wait for the instruction manual. I went out and found the instructions myself. I went out and found, my belief. I went online. I researched everything I could about my products, about my company. I didn't pay attention to any negative distributor's attitude or any negative articles that were online that someone who had a bad experience in the industry posted. I went to the credible sources, and I self-educated myself. I watched all the videos. I built my belief in the company. I built my belief in the founders of my company. I built my belief in the products. I looked at the science behind the products, or you could find how your services came about. And I built my belief. That was the biggest part for me. I became self-educated. How does network marketing work? What type of system does my company run on? How do people become successful in those types of systems? And I just started self-educating myself. Every night I got home from work, and every time I got home from hey, what's up, everybody? I'm glad to see. I see all of you guys calling in from all around the world: USA, Canada, India, Europe. I love to see you guys on here. I see some leaders in the industry from other companies. This is a generic place for you to visit every Wednesday morning from me. I'm feeding you guys with knowledge, my experience, knowledge of how to become successful in the network marketing industry. I'm not promoting my business or service or products. I'm just helping you guys. I'm trying to build up the industry, guys, right? So good to see all you guys on here. But you guys, I was self-educated, okay? I built up all of my belief. When I got home from work, after I did one-on-ones and after I did my home meetings, whether it was at someone else's home on my team or whether it was at my home, I spent a couple hours at night, right? While everybody was sleeping, I sacrificed my sleep to do some research, to fill my brain with knowledge. Why? Not to go out there and give all the information back to people, but to believe in everything I was doing myself. So when I got out there and I talked to people and spoke to them about my business, about the industry, about my company, about my products, about whatever it is I had, they saw that I believed in everything I was talking about. They saw it in my eyes, right? They read it through. They didn't have to listen to the words. They didn't have to be convinced. They were convinced because of my passion. They were convinced because of my determination, because of my posture when I spoke to people, because they knew that what I was saying wasn't bullshit. They knew that what I was saying was real and that I believed in it and that I knew I was going to get somewhere. And they wanted to grab my arms tight and run with me, right? I was self-educated. Some of you guys are not educating yourself at all. You're waiting for the information to be handed to you from your company. You're waiting for the information to be given to you from your upline or your sponsor or someone successful. You're waiting for all the answers instead of going out there and finding them yourself and putting them to work yourself. One day you're going to be given the answers to your cross lines, to your uplines, to the leaders in your business, because you're going to become a leader yourself. I was self-educated, right? Another reason why I was winning, and I won my first year of network marketing, I've won every single year after, for 10 years being in this business, because I've always been motivated. What is your motivating factors? What are your motivating factors? What motivates you? I can tell you one thing. When I got involved in this industry, I came from the real estate and mortgage industry, and the industry had crashed. I was used to living at a certain level. I was used to making a certain amount of money, and it was gone right before me, right in front of me. The rug was pulled from underneath me. And I was working 5 times as hard at my job to make 25% of the income just to stay above water, right? I lost homes. I lost a lot of my assets. So I was motivated. I was motivated to get that lifestyle back. I had the work ethic. I just needed the vehicle. And network marketing was the vehicle for me. So I put that same drive, hunger, and work ethic into that business at the same time that I was building, that I was running my company, that I was doing my previous real estate and mortgage profession. At the same time I was doing that, I went to work every single morning. Got there at 7:30 in the morning. Left at 5 o'clock in the evening. I had to hand out leads. I had to help the other mortgage guys put together the loans. I had to still do that business that wasn't paying me anything compared to what I was before, but I was motivated. That's what motivated me. I wanted to replace my income. I wanted to build up the same lifestyle I had before with this opportunity that was handed to me. And that's what it was about, guys. And all day when I was at work and I was putting together my deals and I was helping all my teammates around me in my office put together their deals for real estate and mortgage, I was writing my list. I was writing who I was going to follow up with. On my lunch breaks, I was following up with people. I was calling people. In the evening time, I was stopping by and signing someone up, showing them our products, our business, our literature. I was doing a meeting for a new guy that just started last week who invited, 5 or 6 of his friends to his home so I can go share the plan there. I was signing someone up. I was sharing some products with a customer, right? And then I'd go home when I was done and I'd educate myself again. And I'd start all over the next day. And I had a timeline. I remember I wanted to achieve certain levels in my company. And I'd write it out and I'd put the date and I'd put it on my refrigerator. And I'd take a sticky note and put it on my bathroom mirror. And I'd take a sticky note and put it on my car window on the inside. Or I'd take a sticky note and put it in the cupboards when I'd open them to see them. So I'd force myself to see those every single day. It was kind of like a personal accountability for me, but I was motivated. What motivated you? And after that first year, I became successful. I met my beautiful wife in the business. Later she became pregnant with my first child, Tegan. And I remember when I had my first kid, it was something like I never expected before. It was a love that I'd never ever experienced before. And that was my next motivation, was her and her future. Right? And everything I can give to her and building a legacy for her. And when my business would go backwards at times, that would be my motivating factor to go rebuild, to go sponsor some new people in my business, to sponsor my way out of any problem in my business. To think about sponsoring here locally with an international mindset and then getting my business to go international so I can get paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so I can have more time to spend with my little girl as I was raising her. And then I had my second kid and it gave me more motivation, and then I had people on my team who had big dreams and that was my motivation. What motivates you? If nothing motivates you, you're not going to get out there and do anything in your business, right? So you guys have any motivation, If you have some motivation, what is it? Share it with the people on this Facebook Live right now. Share what motivates you so people can see it, so they can start stirring up some motivation within themselves to go out there and make it happen. What motivates you guys? I want you guys to share that with me today on the Facebook Live, so when I'm done, I can go back and read them and I can see what really motivates you guys. Do you guys have anything that's motivating you? When you got involved in this business, what pushed you to get out there and take action? What's holding you back right now because you don't have a motivation and you're just now realizing it? What motivates you guys? Share those with your friends. Share those with everybody right now. But motivation is what I had, guys. All right. So the next thing, why I was winning my first year in network marketing was because I found events to attend. I found places to be where they were talking about my business, where they were sharing success stories, where they were sharing testimonies about products and services. Are you finding places to be during the week? Even though you might not be doing a meeting, even though you might not have a one-on-one tonight, are you finding places to be where you could put yourself in the trenches, where you could put yourself in the action? Hey, you guys have any motivation? Is there any motivation? I'm looking at here at all these people on this Facebook Live. I'm not seeing anybody with motivation. Is there anything that motivates you guys? What is motivating you guys? Share those right now on this Facebook Live. If not, that's a sad thing. I see Joe, finally. Family and friends, business partners. That's right. That's what motivates you, right? So I shouldn't have to beg you to find motivation. Some of you guys are wondering why you're not successful. Because you don't have any motivation, so nothing's pushing you. Just because you're showing up on the Facebook Lives or you're getting on your company's webinars or you're doing this, that, doesn't mean you're going to make money. If you're not motivated, you're not going to go out there and make money, right? What is your motivation? What is going to get you free? What is going to get you up? Good job, your kids. What is going to get you to build a legacy? If your kids motivate you, are you working on that legacy, building that business you can one day hand to your kids? Good job. I want to see motivation. Exactly, right? But look it. I found events to attend. I went out there and I found events to attend. I looked for people in my business who were doing their own meetings, who were doing their own webinars. I looked for the company's events. I went and found the calendar, and I got my own calendar, and I found events to attend. I went to somebody's house who was doing the meeting for my company, and I went there and I watched them, and I kept myself in the trenches. I kept myself, in the business building mode. I kept myself around people who were willing to go to work, right? I found the events to attend. I didn't stay at home. Didn't remain a hobbit. I went and I surrounded myself with the people who were in action. And if you might be someone in a business and there's no action going around you, you have to create that action, because the people you get involved in your business are going to need events to attend. They're going to need stuff to plug into. But I was always plugged in. I never unplugged myself. And all of the unsuccessful people in my business always were the unplugged people. The people that always made excuses. The people that never had time. The people that never made sacrifice. They were never successful. Right? And that's what it's about. It was just, I was always plugged into something. And another reason why I was very successful was I always took notes, guys. I took notes with everything. Whenever I attended an event, whenever I was around someone who's successful, whenever I was around someone who was doing something, I was taking notes. I was taking notes. When I heard something that made sense to me, when I saw a fact that I didn't know before, I took notes and I took notes and I took notes. I took notes on what those people were doing. I took notes on their stories so I could formulate my own story. That's what it was about. I always took notes. I was always a student. Even though I'm very successful today and I've created a lifestyle for myself that most people dream about, I'm still a student. I'm still looking at people who are just as successful as me or more successful as me, and I'm in awe of them every single day. I'm a student of their perfection. I'm a student of their passion. I'm a student of their progress. I'm always taking notes because I want to be better than I was yesterday. And that's what it's about, right? I recorded everybody. When I saw people who were successful in this business, I recorded what they did. When I went to a meeting, when I went to a presentation, I was recording them on my phone because I wanted to go on the ride home and listen to what they were saying. I recorded everything. I'm not the person that says, oh, how do I do it after I watch it 5 times? No, I'm going to record it. I'm going to take notes, and then I'm going to put it to work. And I practice in front of the camera. I practice my presentation over and over and over and over again until I got it better and better and better. And of course, when I did it for the first time, I sucked. Right? I was nervous. I couldn't make eye contact with people. I needed to nail my feet into the ground because I was pacing back and forth, and sometimes I still do that. But the fact is that I did it, and I motivated people, and people were like, well, if he can do it, I can do it now. It's not just that professional guy that got him involved that's doing the meetings. Now it's him. And I practiced, and I got feedback from my friends. I got feedback from the people around me who loved me, and they told me how I could shorten it up, how I could just get to the point here. And I just put those things. I was willing to take constructive criticism. I didn't ask questions and get answers and then give them the answers back. Because why would I be asking questions? Right? I took that as constructive criticism. I applied it. I put it to work, and I won. Okay? I spoke even when I was uncomfortable. When people gave me the opportunity to get up and to go out and speak, whether it was just giving my name and what I did for a living, or it was telling a little bit of my story, or whether it was telling how this product or this service works for me, I took advantage of that opportunity as practice. And it motivated me, and it gave me more guts to get up there and speak again. Right? I even went out there my first year, and I found a public speaking seminar one weekend. It was a Zig Ziglar public speaking seminar. It was somebody that worked for the Zig Ziglar company. It was in Riverside. I spent $800 of my own money to go invest in myself to grow. And I spent 3 days. When I started, I didn't know how to speak at all. I completely sucked. And by the time I left after that weekend, I felt like I had more experience than anybody else in my business. More experience than anyone else on my team. Because I went to that seminar, it empowered me to go out and do more meetings. At that point, I did everything. I did probably 10 times the amount of meetings I was doing before, 10 times the amount of presentations I was doing before. My team grew like weeds. It was incredible. But I invested in myself. I succeeded because I also asked questions. Whenever I was around someone successful in my business, whenever I was around successful leaders, I asked questions of them. I asked questions about their success. I asked questions about how they were self-taught, where they got their information from. I asked them questions about how to do this and how to do that. And I asked questions. I wasn't afraid of building relationships with those people and asking questions, guys. That's what it's about. So if you guys are getting any value out of this, give me a thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Give me something. I want to see that you guys are getting value out of what I'm sharing with you guys today, because I want to make sure that every week I can just bring you guys the fire. Every Wednesday I can bring you guys the fire, right? I started to do my own meetings, guys. I did my own meetings. I didn't rely on my upline. I didn't rely on my crossline to do all of my meetings. I leveraged everything they were doing, but I wanted to create my own business. I wanted to be the leader of my own team. I wanted my team to get empowered, because if I was doing my meetings, so could they. If I never did meetings, they never would. Guys, they never would. So I started to do my own things. I started to go and make my own way. As I was doing my own one-on-ones, I started to create my own meetings. And as I started to identify leaders within my organization, I started to plan meetings at their house. And from there, the calendar was born, guys. But you got to get out there and do your own meetings, your own one-on-ones. You can't be afraid to get started. You can't be afraid of messing up, because guess what? Those people that are sitting in front of you, watching you give the presentation, they have no idea what you're going to talk about. They have no idea what's right, what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work. They're just watching you, and they're taking in the information. And they're probably in awe of you, because you're someone that's actually taking control of your life, who has a big vision, who have big dreams. You got involved in this company, and now you're taking action. And if they want to get started in any business, it's going to be this one, because they have someone who's going to lead, someone who they can follow, and then take and then empower themselves to go do the same thing. And that's what this business is about: empowering people to recognize their potential and go out and make it their own life for themselves, not to rely on the money-making spouse who is the one who's always been successful and the one that you've been always looking up to as the support system. You can be the money-making spouse too. You can be the other power partner in the house that can build a legacy, right, for your children and for your future, right? So, I had a calendar, you guys, that I built my entire life around. Okay, in my calendar, I had all of the stuff I was going to do for my own business, for my own job. I had all of the responsibilities that I had in my own life, and around my life, I built my business. Okay, around all of those things, I planned for my meetings. I planned for my one-on-ones. I planned for going out there and prospecting people. I planned for going out there and following up with people. I planned around all the company events which I put in that calendar. All of the cross-on events that I saw that I was able to attend, I put in that calendar. Any webinars, or webcasts, I put in that calendar, and I built my business around that calendar. If my calendar was full, I knew I was going to have a successful month. If my calendar was empty, I knew I better get my ass to work. That's what it was really about, guys. All right? And I made sacrifices. My first year, why did I win? Because I made more sacrifices I ever did that first year than I ever did my entire life. I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed eating sometimes. I sacrificed hanging out with friends, hanging out with family. I sacrificed a lot of fun because I wanted to build a legacy for myself. I wanted to get myself out of the hole that I was in, and I wanted to get back to success. That's what I did. I sacrificed. Okay, I sacrificed my own job. I sacrificed, even though I wasn't making a lot of money at my own job, I sacrificed even not making more money because I wanted to replace it with this business called network marketing. I reinvested money I made back into my business. All right, have any of you guys done that? When you're making money, do you just keep it and spend it? And now you're back in the same place you were a month before you started? Or you take that money and reinvest it back into product, reinvest it back into the marketing tools, reinvest it back into meetings, reinvest it back into traveling expenses. Do you reinvest it back into your business until you create a real income? Because that's what normal business people do. They don't just make their first dollar and spend it. They make their first dollar and they put it right back into the machine. They put it right back into the business. That's how you become successful. Even today, I reinvest back a portion of my money back into my business. I allocate it. Right? That's what you need to do. Right? At the very beginning, you're reinvesting. You're building the machine. You're building the monster that it is, which is your business. Are you reinvesting? I was willing to lose money at first. I'm telling you guys, and just reinvest it back into my business. When I started building my business that first year, I programmed myself not to become emotionally attached to anybody's responses. Okay? I knew that it was just a business of me educating people, a business of me being passionate, being excited about what it is I had, and trying to get that to magnetize out to other people, to attract them into my business. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Some people saw the passion. Some people were attracted to what it is I was doing. Some people had a motivation and a reason to get involved in my business. Some people didn't right now. Some people, the timing wasn't right. Some people weren't interested at all right now. They were just sitting back and watching and waiting to see me become successful before they were to put their toes in the water. But it didn't matter. I wasn't emotionally attached. All I was about was planting seed, sowing seed, sowing seed, sowing seed, watering it, following up, coming back to them, sowing more seed, sowing more seed, sowing more seed until eventually they bloomed and blossomed. They said, hey, I'm ready now. That's what it was about. I didn't get negative on them. I didn't care about their responses. They weren't educated. They needed more information. It didn't matter. But what I learned to do was I learned just to go for no. Eventually, I learned to go home and not come home from my business and network marketing until 5 people told me no. And along those 5 no's, 3 people told me yes, or 1 person told me yes, or 2 people told me yes. But I wasn't going to come home until I sowed enough seed until 5 people were no's right now, just right now. And through those no's, I was getting yeses as well. But I set a goal for myself. I set a goal for myself that way. And that's how I became successful. I became my own independent leader from doing all those things. I programmed myself to become successful in network marketing my first year. From when I started, I knew nothing about it. To applying myself in all those different areas I just talked about, I became a network marketer. I grew. I was born. I hatched out of my shell. I peeled away that cocoon that was so new to me. And now I had this world that I had exposed myself to in such a huge way to become actually a network marketer, which is what we all want to be. And that's how I became successful in my company. All right, that's how I did it. If you want to know how to become successful, that's the recipe. It was a lot of hard work, and it was a lot of just challenging myself and moving forward and failing forward and falling down, getting knocked down, getting back up, building this bulletproof vest of armor around me that didn't stop me, that didn't fail me. That's what it was about. And some of you guys are bringing in new distributors into your business right now, and you're not sure what to do. Some of you guys are busy just holding their hand the entire way, and what you're doing is hurting them instead of helping them. If you want them to be successful, learn from the story I just taught you guys. Okay? You gotta help them. You gotta help push them out of the nest as soon as possible. And for those of you guys that have new distributors, I'm gonna close with this for the day, okay? What should you do with those new distributors, okay? Those new people that are involved in your business? Well, it's your responsibility, first of all, to get them started the right way. To let them know they got to put some skin in the game. They got to have a reason to work this business every single day. Be honest with them about the different ways they can get started in your company. Be honest with them about how important it is if you're in a product-based business that you have enough product to go out there and promote for that at least the first 3 months from. If you're in a service-based business, how important it is to be hooked up to the best service your company offers, so you can be a product of the product, so you can let people know all the advantages you're experiencing by having this particular type of service. You got to get started the right way. Getting started in network marketing and becoming successful isn't just someone paying the $49 website membership fee. That's nothing. You will make $0 doing that in your life. I've watched it over and over and over and over again. It's getting started the right way. And that's your responsibility to get them started the right way. Give them enough to make it hurt for them a little. Make them invest a little bit enough so it hurts, so that way they got to get out there and take action in their business, okay? Give them the tools. Point them to the tools. Where can they go out? Where have you found that it's the best place to go out and find the videos for the company? Where is the company website? Where can they download documents? If they need help, where can they access the help desk of the company? Give them those little bits of information and they can go out and find the rest, but at least point them in the right direction so they can go figure it out themselves and then be self-taught. Show them the website, right? Let them know where the events calendar is. Let them know that their success is going to be dependent upon attending those events and staying plugged in. So that way they can go out and get their own calendar, which they're going to build on their own, but they can work around the company's calendar, the events calendar. Let them know where those events are and make sure they register for the very next event. If you know that they're registered for the very next company-wide corporate event, you're going to work with them. If they aren't registered, don't work with them. Trust me, don't work with them. It doesn't matter what their financial obligations are, if they want it, you have to work with the people who need it, who want it, who are going to go out and fight for it. You don't have time to waste, okay? Then when those people who aren't attending the next event are going to attend the following one, then you can work with them. But you have to work with the people who are on the right path. That's what it's about, guys. All right? And then you got to plan your first 4 meetings with those people. This business is about sharing the opportunity, sharing the products and services with them and their friends. This business is simply about us taking products, using services, and then telling people about them. And then those people taking products and using services, and then telling more people about them. And we're earning income every time those products and services are used. That's how easy it is. Well, it's your responsibility to get out there and leverage the people you're putting in your business with their contacts. So if you get Joe involved, and Joe says, I'm ready to go, what you should do with Joe is make sure he has the products in place and service so he can go market. Make sure he has the right tools in his hands. Make sure he understands where the websites are, where the calendar is. And you got to make sure he sets up his first 4 meetings with you where he's going to go out there and use the tools to go out there and prospect his people, use the products or services to prospect new prospects. And he's going to invite those people to his home or to wherever the meeting location is so you can go out there and do a presentation in front of Joe so Joe could take notes and he can record what you're doing so he can eventually do it himself. And you're going to let Joe get up there and introduce himself, why he got started in the business, what's motivating him. He's going to leverage you and edify you, and then you're going to take it away and you're going to give the presentation. And you're going to do 75%. Well, Joe opened up and did 25%. And the second meeting, those people are going to go home after they join, and they're going to invite people to the next meeting, the same night, same day, the next week. And then what's going to happen is now you're going to let Joe not only tell his story about how he got started really quickly in 2 minutes, but he's going to open up the meeting now. 25% of the meeting, Joe goes from doing 25% to now doing 50% of the meeting, okay? And then what happens is now you're doing a portion of, maybe you're talking about the business model, and now you're closing the meeting, and you plan the next meeting, and the people are inviting more people. By the third meeting, Joe's doing 75% of the meeting. You're doing 25%. Now you're only closing it. And by the final meeting, Joe's doing the whole meeting. Maybe you're opening it real quick, telling your story, and Joe takes it away, right? And from there, after 4 meetings, you push Joe out of the nest, and now he can go do it on his own. He can repeat that cycle with his teammates. And then what you can do now for Joe is every 4 meetings now, you can come back to Joe and say, hey, I'm going to show up to your meetings every 4 meetings. I'm going to close it out for you. I'm going to show that I'm here to support the team. And that's what it's about, okay? That's how you do this business. And then they do the same thing with their friends. The same thing works with the one-on-ones. when they have prospects they want to meet one-on-one for coffee or for lunch or at your house or their house or your office or their office or wherever it might be, you do the same thing. The 25, 50, 75%, 100%. And that's what it's about. Same thing with three-way calls and all of those types of things. That's what you want to do for new distributors. But you got to get those first 4 meetings planned. Then you got to push them out of the nest. If after you did all that work for them, they don't duplicate what you're doing, they don't take advantage of the opportunity, they don't go out and do their own meetings on their own, they're always relying on you, then guess what? You got to let them go. You got to let them go. This is a business of duplication. You got to go out there and prospect more people until you find the right people in your business who are going to do it on their own. This isn't a business of working with projects. Okay, this is a business of working with processes and getting people to duplicate what you're doing because they want it just as bad as you. This isn't a business of babysitting and handholding forever. You got to go out there and make it happen, guys. All right, and then you got to make sure that when they get started, they get that getting started, put the getting started tool system in their hands. Whether it's a company webinar, whether it's a system of tools that your company sends to them right at the beginning, make sure they go through that and hold them accountable. Go through that system with them. Make sure they put their list together so that way they can invite people to that first meeting that you're doing with them, right? And the second meeting and the third and the fourth meeting, and they can learn about that active candidate list. Make sure they get all that stuff. Later, you can introduce them to GoPro. You can introduce them to all these videos. Don't give them too much information at first. Make it easy enough for them just to put a list together, go out there and share the products they have, be excited about something, and invite people to their house so you can show them how to do the meeting. That's really what it's about. That's all, guys. That's it. That's the new distributor. That's something that if you want to have people who are going to be successful in this business, that's what it's about. All right, guys? You're looking for those people who are willing to go out and take action on their own, but they need a little bit of help up front. They have the training wheels on up at first, and they need you to give them a little push at the beginning before you rip those training wheels off and make them go out and take action on their own. Then you're going to see who the real players are, and you're going to only focus on working with those people in your business who are willing to make it happen with and for you guys and for themselves, and that's what it's about, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Facebook Live on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I'm excited for all of you guys that are running. I see a lot of success across a lot of different companies who are running with this 90-day run, who are plugging into these Wednesday webcasts every single Wednesday. I appreciate you guys. It's my job to bring you guys the fire, to bring you guys the excitement every single week with new content so you guys can take these videos and you guys can share them with everybody in the industry. It doesn't matter what company you're with, what products or services that you're out there promoting. You can share them with everybody. So I appreciate you guys getting on here. What's up, Stefania, superstar, my rock star? She's on here. I love you too. What's up, Oz? Good to see you, brother. Oz Fuentes, right? Another leader in the business. Derek Hafner. What's up, brother? All these people on here. So, hey, if you guys have any questions for me before I close off about anything I talked about today, I'd love to answer some of those questions for you before I tune off. Otherwise, you guys get out there and get to work. Start taking this stuff and applying it. Take action. Generate volume. Generate income in your business. Find what motivates you. If you haven't found it, find it today and make that be the pushing factor and force that pushes you out of your house or out of your doors after you get out of work, making some sacrifices to have success. Any questions? Any questions on here, guys? Any questions? I'll let the feed start rolling for about 30 to 45 seconds. Then I'm going to sign off, guys. So again, appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love. Thank you guys for all the thumbs up, all the hearts. Make sure that you guys share this video when I'm done. It'll take me about a few minutes to post onto my Facebook page. Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Let people know with a quick comment about how it benefited you, how what this Facebook Live did for you. What was the best thing for you guys? That you've learned over this Facebook Live, so that way they could see it and say, well, maybe I can get something from that. All right, Ricky. What motivates me every day? What motivates me every day is now I'm at a point in my life. I've been in the industry 10 years. I'm 36 years old, so I'm still fairly young. But what motivates me is building a business and a legacy that lasts forever, building relationships within my organization of people who want to stay and build with me forever, so that was one day I can hand this legacy off to my kids. I have many successful people in my organization who will become my best friends, like sisters and brothers to me, and they're building a legacy for their family. They've understood what hard work, sacrifice, and commitment are. They've always stayed focused on one company, and they're creating a legacy business with me. They're creating businesses that one day they're going to hand off to their kids one day. And one day I could see my business being built with my friends' kids and my kids and them all working together. And it's incredible. But that's what motivates me. What motivates me is the fact that one day I'm going to be able to give my kids a business. Something that was never handed down to me. They're not going to know I'm going to give them a business one day. I'm going to teach them about hard work, about work ethic, about understanding the value of $1. I'm going to teach them about this business or about becoming an entrepreneur. And any of my 4 kids who wants to take my business one day, I'm going to let them. I'm going to show them the way. And that's what it's about, guys. So, that's how it That's how it benefited me today. What was my why before I had kids? I think I explained that a little bit about this business. I was at a rock bottom place in my life. I had experienced this huge amount of success in real estate and mortgage after I graduated from college. I'd never been someone who was in a family who my mom didn't ever own her own home. She was struggling to pay the rent every single month, and I came into all this income because of my work ethic, and I became very successful. I bought all these homes. I had renters in there, but the market crashed in 2008. Dug a hole for me that I couldn't see myself getting out of. I lost houses to the banks, or renters couldn't pay because they were losing their jobs. I was making 25% of the income, working 5 times as hard as I was before, and I was just struggling bad. And that's what motivated me. My back was against the wall, and I needed to get outside of that hole, and I saw an opportunity in a time where people weren't having a lot of success, and I saw an opportunity where people in this industry were having a lot of success. And I said, if they can do it, I can do it. And I watched what they did. I asked them questions. I modeled what they did. And I worked harder than they did. And I came out of that hole bigger than ever. And I rebuilt my life. That was what motivated me. And every step of the way for 10 years, I've always found different things that motivated me. Of course, it started with my own personal things. Then it went to my kids. And then it went to my teammates. Then it went to building a legacy. And I'm sure it'll change and change and change. But if I don't have anything that motivates me, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do anything. So the only people that will ever get to work in your business are people who are motivated. If you find people who are not doing in your business or not doing anything in your business, ask them, what's motivating you? If they don't have an answer, you know why. There's the root cause of it. It goes deep, guys. It goes deep, and you have to find those things, and it's just talking to your teammates, okay? And it's getting out there and making it happen. So again, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love each and every one of you guys for plugging in every Wednesday. Every time you get a new distributor involved in your team and your company, don't worry. This is a worry-free environment. I'm not collecting your teammates' information. I'm not going to ever call them, cross-recruit them. I'm not going to take someone's comment from your company and business and say, hey, great, what company are you with? I'm not one of those guys. I'm building up the industry. That's what I'm doing here for you guys. I want everybody doing 90-day runs everywhere in their companies worldwide. I see the effect it has on our team. I see the effect it's done in my business over the last 7 years since we've been doing it. It's incredible. It's developed more leaders than you'll ever dream of than I would have ever known if we wouldn't have started doing this. So I'm excited about it. Again, I give Eric Worre incredible praise for always training on the 90-day run. I was doing the 90-day run before I knew what a 90-day run was. If you guys want more information on how to do a 90-day run, if you guys want the accountability sheets that are generic, if you guys want the scripts, if you guys want, the build a list, go to the90dayrun.com, THE90DAYRUN.com. Heather Rogers put the website on here. Go to the 90dayrun.com. Get all these Facebook Live videos. You can watch them all from before. You can share them with your teammates. Download all the tools, save them, share them with your team. Act like they're yours. Act like you put them together. Put a 90-day run together. Put a campaign together and run to success, guys. Plan it out. Pre-launch it. Then launch it. Then run with it. Then give your people content. And then let them come out of the machine. Come out of that 90-day run as bigger leaders than they were before, guys. Again, I love you all. Good luck to you guys. Have an amazing week. Let's get some results that you guys can share on the next Facebook Live. Let's get some results that you guys can share with the world. And you guys can go out there and do your own 90-day runs in the future. Do exactly what I'm doing here with your teams. And I wish you guys nothing but success. I tell you guys all the time, me and my family pray for the success of you and your family, for the health of you and your family. It doesn't matter what company you're from. You guys are in the industry. We're all championing and cheering on each other. And I pray for your guys' success every single night and morning when I wake up and go to sleep at night. I want nothing but the best for you guys, and I hope you guys go. So let's run, guys. The 90-day run is going. Let's go. Run, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Good luck. God bless. Mwah.